Hey folks, as we prepare to gather for fellowship and worship on Sunday morning, I want to challenge and encourage you to read Genesis chapter 18. We're going to continue going through our series in the book of Genesis and really seeing the fact that God has promises, but we have problems. Despite the fact that we have problems, God has promises. And so we're going to continue to see that on Sunday as we get into chapter 18. And we're going to talk about God's sovereign care. And really, I'm going to challenge you to think if God is sovereign in his care for us, for the world, then what should our response be? Our response then should be that we ought to also have that kind of care. We ought to have care as God has care. As we grow in our love for him and our faithfulness to his word, we should be growing in our care for those around us. We're going to see a great example of that in Genesis 18 with Abraham and his response to God's coming judgment on Sodom and Gomorrah. So we're going to talk about that Sunday morning. I want to challenge you to read Genesis 18 to be prepared for that. And we're going to look at a couple examples of God's sovereign care. And then, of course, always when we look at God's word, when we learn more about the Lord, then we always ought to consider and ask ourselves, what is my necessary response to this truth? How should I respond to the truth of God's word? So I hope you'll join us Sunday morning at 9 o'clock for our prayer gathering, at 9:30 for family groups for all ages, and then, of course, at 10:40 for our worship celebration. We also have a members meeting on Sunday right after that service, so I hope that if you're a member of Richland that you'll join us for that. That's an important time to hear a few updates. The meetings are typically very short. The women's ministry will have a lunch after that, and then, of course, in the evening Sunday we have Trail Life for elementary and middle school and high school boys and their guardians. And so this is a great day of ministry, a great day of fellowship, a great day of encouragement, a great day of sharpening one another. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.